happening, Ice Cubes? My name is Matty Ice Cube, and I needed to make this vlog yesterday, but I made it today because I'm finally free from work. Not only for the rest of the weekend, well, I have to work Saturday and Sunday, but I am off for 3 days, 3 more days after that, because today is Friday, and I don't have to work today. Which is a weird feeling because I've worked every Friday since I started my job almost 2.5 years ago. So unless I asked for it off, which hasn't been since I last took a vacation. Well, since they last gave me let me have one. I've slept so much. I am so ready, and finally, that means I can sit down and finish some things. First protocol is Jedi Fallen Order. There's a lot of stuff that I need to finish in Jedi Fallen Order. There are at least 2 more episodes worth of Jedi Fallen Order. One for getting more collectibles on Zepho, because there's an entire section of Zepho I haven't even explored. And then the final episode being the end of the game, which may take me 6 or 7 tries to beat the final boss again, because it took me 6 or 7 tries to beat the final boss the first time I played. Because I made the mistake of playing Jedi Fallen Order before recording it. My tape measure is being weird. I played Jedi Fallen Order before I did the series on it, and I experienced all of what the game had to offer before I even touched it for videos. Mostly because I was hesitant on doing another PlayStation game. But after figuring out that my shock mount, I can put this microphone on my shock mount. I don't know why that's being weird. My mount is being weird. My whole arm is a lot smoother moving than my old one, so I can just move it around any which way I want. So that helps. It definitely helps. Eventually I'll put it up here, out of the way, because right now it's directly in my way. Like, you see that? Like, it's directly in my way of my keyboard and everything, so I have to account for that all the time. And eventually I'll have my soundproofing on my back wall here. I have my tape measure because I have to measure it out so it'll look nice, because I want it to look nice. I don't have a lot of padding left, which is the problem. A lot of it went on this wall, and the ceiling, because I have people who live above me. So that's going to happen. I'm going to be finishing Devil May Cry the first, and then starting Devil May Cry 2, hopefully this next week. Hopefully. I say hopefully because that depends on if I'm feeling up to it, because one, recording takes a long time, especially for Jedi Fallen Order. I'll do 5-6 hour sessions. I did a 6-hour session the other night just to get those 4 episodes done. Granted, the last 2 that I put up were very short, and that's why I just decided to throw them all up all at once. Because, oh my god, my biggest problem with recording on my PlayStation is if I press the wrong button while I'm recording, it will cut my recording, but it won't save the actual clip. And that happened when I fought the Ninth Sister, and I lost that entire fight, and I beat her on the 2nd try, which is way better than I did the first time. But then again, I showed off my terrible performance against Terran Malicos, even though I defeated him on the 1st try, because I had played the game so much at that point, because I was really rusty when I restarted playing Jedi Fallen Order. I hadn't played since, I think it was right before I started up my new series on it. because I picked up the game. I picked up the game again because I hadn't played since I beat it. And I went and explored, and I tried out the combat a little bit again, and I felt I was good enough to restart. And I restarted, and that was... And I had better performance overall in the game in terms of playing because I knew how the game worked and I knew what I was doing. But overall, I'd call my performance in the final part of the game less than ideal because I'm playing on a harder difficulty. And playing on a harder difficulty, not only do you have the game fighting against you, you also have the pressure, and then whenever I'm recording, I have the pressure to play good. Because I'm a halfway decent gamer. I'm gonna call that right now. I'm a very halfway decent gamer. I know how to use my head. I know how to strategize. I know how to do things. I don't always make the right call, which is because sometimes I get impatient. With Jedi Fallen Order, you have to pace yourself in the combat because I realized that was my problem with Terran Malicos is I wasn't pacing my attacks correctly, and his combo attacks are total bullshit, and he can chain them together as many times as he wants. But what was the other thing? The final boss. The final boss is really douchey because it's against the second sister. I'm gonna throw that in there right now because that's exactly who we're going to fight. It's the second sister, and she does a wave attack, just like the ninth sister does. But the area that you're fighting in is so much smaller than the area you fought your previous fights against lightsaber wielders, against force wielders, such as the ninth sister and Terran Malicos. Like it's so hard to navigate that tiny little arena that they give you for the final boss. That's my only real big critique of that fight. It's a good fight, don't get me wrong. It's a very, very good hard fight, and it's that super hard feel that I really want. I'm sure I'll get frustrated anyway, but it's that super hard feel in a Star Wars, in a lightsaber Star Wars, in a Star Wars game where you're using a lightsaber, which is a very, very dangerous weapon. The fact that it has that super hard feel, because with a lightsaber, aside from a lightsaber, sorry, I upgraded this while you guys weren't watching. In terms of a lightsaber, you have a very limited reach. Granted, with the Force, that gives you extended reach, and with this double blade, that gives you an extended reach as well. But you have a limited range, and if you aren't careful, you are going to die. Like that's just the... Oh shit! Whoops. My bad. They gave me a kill. I call it a kill pin, because if I put it in, it kills the saber and helps me save my battery, which is what Ultra Sabers needs to do, because my Raven died during my unboxing, and I wasn't happy because now my speaker is stuck up in the hilt, and I can't use it, so now I'm upset, but it's okay. It's alright. My Reborn has now become my standard saber. Like, it's always ready to go. And I love it. It's amazing. It looks nice. Now looking at it, I should have spent more money on the stuff that's inside the electronics. I should have spent more, because there would have been so many more cool things I could have done with it. Because not only would I be able to change color, I would also be able to mess with the soundboard. I'd be able to customize my sound better, like I did with my Raven. Which is why my Raven still sounds good. It sounds amazing. But my next saber will be my most expensive saber I will have ever bought, ever, because it will have actual good things in it. not only because it'll be a Neo saber, because it's got a technology that is now new called NeoPixel. And what a NeoPixel blade is it hooks into the saber. It has no extra LED on the inside. There's no LED in the saber. Unlike my Reborn here, it has an LED in the actual saber. What actually the NeoPixel actually does is the blade is covered in little LED lights that will emulate your blade. And it actually gives a better full color rather than, because you guys, I don't think it shows in the video. Oop, I gotta pull my pin out. Like in the video, it looks fine, but to me, the blade, it goes from a very nice, rich, full purple. As you get further down the blade, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and to me, this looks more like a magenta towards the tip, which isn't a bad thing. Like, on camera, it looks pretty damn real. Like, I don't have to do anything with that. Lags the shit out of my camera. Lags the shit out of my camera if I do it too fast, but, anyway. I'll throw my kill pin. And my kill pin has the cool little Saberforge logo on it. So, that's fun. Other than Saber Trio, where I'll be getting my NeoPixel lightsaber, I'll probably be ordering from Saberforge more. Because I want a collection. Like, I already have, like, God, how many hilts do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. I want a collection. Like, not all of them will be, like, actual light sound sabers, because this one, for example, is just a stunt saber. It just has light. It just has the LED, and that's it. Not a very strong one, because I haven't changed the battery out in it in forever, but damn it, I'm making noise. Whatever. But I think the coolest part about Saberforge is that all of their parts are adaptive to each other. So if I wanted to, I could have the Reborn's switch body with a different hit, with a different I can't think of it. The with a different emitter and a different other main body and a different pommel. Like, I could completely customize the shit out of my saber, and they'll send it to you. And that's exactly what I wanted. Like, if I ever found a couple of parts that look good together and I just want to assemble it and have them assemble all the electronics for me, because I'm not an expert in that stuff. I wish I was. I was an expert in a lot of things, but I'm not. I just do with what I've got, and they'll assemble it for me, and they'll send me my customized saber. It costs more to do that, but I think it's definitely worth it. If you want a customized saber just for you or just for another person, that is what you should go for. Ultra Sabers has a very wide selection, just like Saberforge does, but it's, in my opinion, it's very lacking in innovation. Like, the NeoPixel technology is probably the biggest innovation I've seen. Also, the smooth swing technology, which allows your motion sound, is all in tune with how you turn the saber. Like, there's a sensor in the actual board that detects how much you're moving the saber, and thus it plays the sound, but it's not a smooth one. But the smooth sound allows it to flawlessly track your movement, which is amazing, because that gets it that much closer to being a real lightsaber. And it actually has the activation, like, it'll start at the base and activate the LEDs as it goes across the blade, rather than just the light traveling through the reflected material. which I think is pretty damn cool. Also, it has a feature where you'll hold the hilt sideways and you'll activate the menu, and it has a color wheel function, so you'll turn the hilt kind of like a, I don't know, like a crank, and it'll cycle through the colors and you can choose what color you want. That I found to be really cool too. Plus, you can completely customize the shit out of the soundboard. I went totally off topic. See, when I talk about my lightsabers and my gadgets and stuff, I completely lose focus of anything else I was talking about. I was talking about stuff on the channel, and then I lost focus and went to lightsabers. Why do you guys put up with me? Anyway, back to what we were talking about. I talked to this with my manager before. Like, we were sitting and talking. I started at one thing, went off on a tangent, went off on another tangent, finished that one, then went off on another tangent, and then went full circle back to the first topic. And we talked about how people find that annoying, but it's, at least I finished my thoughts. I try. But I was talking about Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, I don't think I have that much left in the game. Maybe an hour and a half or so, which is like 2 or 3 episodes, depending on how I pace it. Like, when I play until I feel the time is right to end the episode. Like, I didn't feel it was right to end the episode until after the hour I had played passed. And then I was like, oh, shit. I played too long, and I didn't really feel that bad about it, because I was enjoying the game. I was actually having fun. Because the gameplay is sound. Like, the gameplay has aged very, very well. The graphics have not, and the voice acting has not, but the gameplay and the story has aged very well. It is still... I would still recommend to play it. Devil May Cry 2, I've heard, is a little more convoluted, but the gameplay is just about the same. So I'll definitely have fun with that. Devil May Cry 3 has a lot more innovation in it, as I've looked. I haven't played it yet. I won't make that mistake very much. Usually if I play games, I'm playing them for the first time for you guys. That's usually how it goes. Unless it's a game I've played before, like Republic Commando. I played dozens, almost hundreds of hours of Republic Commando before I even touched it on PC, and I just absolutely blew through it when I recorded it. It was a lot harder to record because the game volume wasn't very good, or my voice volume wasn't very good. It was more game volume than my volume, because I made mistakes when I recorded those videos. That just goes to show that I don't know what I'm doing all the time. There was no... I think I had turned down the volume, or I just forgot about it, or I just wanted more of the game to shine through, because Republic Commando aged very well, and there was also rumors of a community remake to give it updated graphics and whatnot to make it look even better, and I would definitely play that if I could get a hold of it. But I just like Aperion, I'm pretty sure they got shut down because Disney doesn't like people messing with their shit. Which has been a very big controversial subject as to whether or not Disney is destroying Star Wars. I don't think Disney is destroying Star Wars. I think they are they are absolutely trying their best. It's just that they are not under good direction. They're trying to give focus on a vision that they wanted. And to be fair, the sequel trilogy, I don't hate it, but I don't absolutely love it. Like, the prequels were always my favorites because they had the best choreography in lightsaber fighting I had ever seen. Because Episode 1 was the very first Star Wars movie. I think Episode 1 was the very first movie I ever watched. Ever. Because that came out in 99. 99, 2000, I don't remember. And it was the very first movie I ever watched, ever, that I remember watching all the way through. And I have the complete six movie saga right over there on my shelf. Like, I love the movies. Don't get me wrong. I love the original trilogy to death. But the prequels are by far my favorite because they have the best choreography I have ever seen in a movie ever. The choreography for the lightsaber fights are amazing. There's a lot of CGI that I could see people hating. I understand why people hate CGI. It is immensely better nowadays than it was back then in 2002 when Attack of the Clones came out. But oh my god, Revenge of the Sith. It was such a big movie that people were so hypercritical of it, but it was the culmination of Star Wars at the time. Because it was the rise of Darth Vader, and the fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan, oh my god, it is probably easily the best lightsaber duel ever crafted. I don't think anything could ever live up to that. Because it's so well paced, and it so well captures what that fight really means. And it's super flashy, and it's super amazing, and it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, the original trilogy lightsaber duels are also amazing. They were a technical marvel of their time. But they're deliberately slower paced, mostly because Luke Skywalker is not the best lightsaber duelist by any means, because he was born after the end of the High Republic, where all of those types of teachings were kind of lost. And that's why people have such high criticism on the lightsaber duels in the sequel trilogy, because it's like watching a bunch of novices fight with lightsabers. That's exactly what it is. They aren't, like, Rey had never touched a lightsaber before in her life. And Kylo, even though he trained for a long time and knows how to use it very well, he doesn't have the type of knowledge that Anakin or Obi-Wan or Mace Windu or Yoda grew up with. Like, the actual lightsaber forms, they did not survive the Jedi Purge. Like, a whole new doctrine had to be created by Luke Skywalker, and I'm sure it wasn't the absolute best. But to be fair, I think The Rise of Skywalker got as close as you could to a climactic lightsaber duel on the remains of the Death Star, and at the end of the film, where Ben goes completely apeshit on the Knights of Ren. That was pretty fucking cool. I loved that. Not to mention that he shook off getting his ass kicked by them like it was nothing. When he pulled the lightsaber from behind his back, and the knights just kind of look at him like, what the fuck did he just do? How did he do that? And he just kind of gives him a shrug like, yeah, it was cool, right? See, people give the movie shit, but I thought it was pretty good. And all of the homages at the very end of the film to a lot of the fallen Jedi from the previous movies, that was pretty cool too. I am interested to see what they are going to do with that type of timeline that they've created. I mean, the Skywalker saga is over. Like, we're never going back to the Skywalker saga ever again, from what Disney has told us. But because I'm pretty sure the new sets of movies, I keep saying new trilogy because that's just what I've called it, like the new set of movies. It's no longer in the trilogy format. They create as many movies as it takes to tell a certain story, is what they're doing now. And I'm sure they're going to fully abused Disney Plus to get TV series out. Like The Mandalorian, I haven't watched it, but I've been told is pretty damn good. So I'll have to make a point to watching it. I gotta shave. I could go on and on and on and on. I know this video is dragging, but I know I could go on and 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 on about Star Wars and different Star Wars news and what people think about Star Wars. I will never, ever give up on Star Wars because it's a huge part of my life. It's helped define me as a person mostly because, especially like. Because these lightsabers are more than just a source of, oh, it's a really cool thing. It's more of a sense of comfort to me. Because a lot of people don't know this about me. I have a serious inferiority complex. And for those of you who don't know what that means that I have a very, very low opinion of myself. Like I'm like, people always say that I always try my hardest and I always try to make the best out of any bad situation, but I don't always believe that. A lot of times I'll completely give up on a situation sometimes. Like, if I get discouraged enough, I'll just think, you know what, it wasn't worth it anyway. I wasn't going to accomplish it. I wasn't going to accomplish anything with it. Like, things like that. Like, I let negativity get to me, especially from myself. If it's from myself, I'll give up pretty quickly. But if it's from the people that I've looked up to that give me that type of negativity, I will completely shut down. And it makes it very difficult to meet new people and have new expectations to meet up with. Which is why this channel is such a huge thing to me. Like, this is probably the biggest outreach to new people that I have ever done. Because at the very least, 260 different people know me now. Know who I am now. And that's big. That's the most amount of people I've ever expressed myself towards in my entire life. I've never done that before. And over these past 3 years, it's dominated my entire life. It's the hugest thing I've ever done in my life. But I think what offsets my inferiority complex is that I'm excessively selfless. Like, I'm so self-destructively selfless sometimes that I'll give up my own well-being for someone else. Like, I'm giving up my own, like, what's the word? I'm giving up my own self-comfort, like, in terms of things that I have. Like, I ran out of soda weeks ago, and I haven't had a lick of caffeine in weeks, and it's been extremely detrimental to my performance at work and my performance in my videos. It's why I've been so tired lately. Like, I have an extreme caffeine addiction because I need at least a can of soda every day to function, just to function. At least I'm not, like, addicted to coffee or something, which is excessively laced with caffeine. Like, at first I was drinking coffee every day when I started working, but then it just dialed back into me drinking a soda before and after work, just to function. Because if I don't have at least 1 to 2 cans of soda a day, or at least like a 16 ounce or something of soda a day, it affects me. Like, I'm not at my best, and that's become a huge part of my life now as well. God, we're jumping from different topic. We started out with the channel, and then we went to Star Wars and lightsabers, to now we're talking about me. we're really delving into my character. I'm really delving into me as a person. I'm really delving into that. Because I'm a very highly skilled individual. I didn't finish school because I didn't feel it was worth it. Mostly because my inferiority got in the way, because I felt like I wasn't doing enough, even though I was pulling an average of 12 to 13 college credits a semester, and I managed to get 30, not 13, 30 in 2.5. So I was blazing through school, and I almost had a bachelor's degree in advanced sciences in just under 2 years, which is awesome because it just showed how dedicated I was to going to school and how I was doing, and I was doing well. But then my feelings of inferiority kind of kicked in, and my insecure nature kind of kicked in. And I was like, is this really worth it? Is this worth the money I'm paying? Am I even going to be able to get a job soon? Because I had already blown through money. I already had, like, my student loans are gone now because I've been working so hard after that. But not only did I started YouTube, and then I started working full time, because I was only working part time before school. Like, here's a funny story. I've been working at least part to full time since I was 14. And that's a huge part of my life. Like, I've been working non-stop, not only with school, but also with work. Like, I've been making money for myself for a long time. And you would think I would know how it works by now, but I don't. I really don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Because money isn't an object for me. Money is just a means to an end. Like, Chris's computer, for example, I don't care about throwing away my money for someone else's gain. I really don't care, because my money is just a commodity. It's just something that it's just something, I don't know. I can't think of words. I haven't had my caffeine in weeks. I can't think of words. It's just the way it is. I need to go to the store. It's almost noon. I need to go to the store. I may have to make more than one run for soda because I need to stock up. Depending on how much I can actually get. Because I think after dumping another $200 from my paycheck this last week, oh my god, I've completely given up on my hair at this point. It is just, oh my god, it is a mess. I need a haircut. Mania likes it. I don't. That pretty much sounds like everybody else. Everybody likes my hair nice and shaggy and long enough so that I can show off my curls. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But yeah, I need to go do that after I finish starting the process of rendering this video. I need to do that. Because that's the funny thing about my vlogs. I upload them raw. Straight after I finish recording, they go straight to the upload. I don't do anything with them. I probably should, but I don't. Oh well. Not to mention, this is probably the only thing I'm going to do today because I haven't had a day off since Monday last week. I've been working that hard. I haven't had a day off since Monday last week. Good lord. It's been a long couple of weeks. And now that I'm finally free from the burdens of working almost full time all the time anyway, because we're in our slowest period of the year, I can focus on making videos and doing things with Mania & Co. So, hopefully, the end of the month is next week, which is scary because then we're into February, my most hated month. Don't ask. Shit, it's leap year, isn't it? Isn't it? Because there's 29 days in February this year. I don't remember when leap year is. I think leap year is only once every 4 years. Which is lucky for you fuckers who are born on leap year. Because you only go up an age every 4 years, which makes you younger than the rest of us. I'm not worried about it. I'm just finding reasons to complain at this point. I'm tired. I want to go back to bed. I need to go to the store. I gotta get this uploaded. I got a lot of things to do today. I got a lot of things to do every day, but that's just my life. See, then the next challenge after this is helping Mania get Mystic Hills finished by at least April. Like, I want us to shoot for April, even though she said, I'm pretty sure she said that she's not shooting for April. She's not shooting for any type of deadline for the season, for the series. I want to shoot for the 4th because that's when the series started. All the way back 2 years ago. God, we've been doing this for 2 years. And we're not done yet. God, yeah, I've been involved in Mystic Hills for 2 years. Pretty damn close to the start. Which is interesting, because nobody actually really knows that. I've been involved in Mystic Hills not too long after she finished the first season. Oh, something in my eye! Ah! Stupid room. Ugh. Fucking attacking me, beating the shit out of me. The 4th is also the day I turned 22, so that'll be interesting. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably nothing. Just probably. This was a Christmas gift for myself, so I'll probably just get me something new. Like, I'm focusing on using my actual money that I'm making to get all my computer parts and stuff, and then I'll start saving for a better computer. And I'll probably use my... That's my chair. I thought I heard somebody yelling at me. I'll probably use my tax return on getting a new saber. Probably. Because I think I got my W-2 yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I got my W-2 2 days ago. So technically I can do my taxes now. But I don't know. Yeah, I should probably do my taxes now. Because that means I'll be able to have that money soon. And I'll probably just throw it in my bank account and use most of it to do something else. Because by the time my tax return gets here, I'll have already gotten Chris's computer. Once he upgrades his computer, he can get a better microphone. He doesn't need a professional microphone, because this is not a professional microphone. This is a ditzy $80 microphone. It's not that expensive of a microphone. Mania got a $200 microphone the other night. And my lord. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't need that expensive of a microphone. This microphone has served me well for 2 years. I'll be fine until it stops working. Then I'll think about getting a more expensive microphone. Then I'll think about it. So anyway, I'm done rambling on. This is a 40-minute vlog. Good Jesus. I've been talking about nothing this whole time. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Click the links in the description below for more videos that I've done, as well as other YouTubers I've worked with. and I will see all of you, yeah, I'm talking to you, in the next video. Bye!